Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a technology that isn't some far-off future thing. Nope, it's here right now. And it's changing, well, pretty much everything. We are, of course, talking about generative AI.
Just take a second to look at this image. The detail, the creativity, the lighting. It honestly looks like a high-end photograph or a masterpiece of digital art. But here's the wild part. A human being didn't make this. An AI created it in seconds, all from a single sentence.
And this is exactly what I mean. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's a real, practical tool that's already weaving itself into our daily lives, subtly changing how we work and how we create.
So you're probably asking, okay, what even is this stuff? How can I actually use it? And what's it going to mean for my future? Well, those are the exact 3 questions we're going to answer right now to give you a clear, practical look at the world of generative AI. All right, let's dive right in. First things first. What are we actually talking about when we say generative AI? The key word here really is generative. It generates things. You see, older AI was great at analyzing or sorting information that already existed. But generative AI, it's a creator. It learns the deep patterns from massive amounts of data and then uses that knowledge to make something completely new. So how does a machine learn to be so creative? Well, one of the most popular methods is basically a high-stakes game between 2 AIs. Imagine you have an art forger, that's the generator, trying to create a perfect fake. Then you have an expert detective, the discriminator, trying to spot it. They go back and forth, the forger gets better and better at fooling the detective until its creations are indistinguishable from the real thing. So we know what it is, but what can you actually do with it? Turns out this technology is already a powerful toolkit that you can start using right now.
We all have those tasks that just eat up our day. Take writing a professional email. You agonize over the tone, the wording. Well, with AI, you can have a really solid draft in literally seconds.
Or how about the classic spreadsheet headache? Staring at a sea of cells, knowing there's a formula that could fix everything if only you knew what it was. Now you just describe your goal in plain English and the AI spits out the exact formula for you.
And it goes way beyond text. We're talking about tools that can edit your videos, compose original music, build entire websites, help you prep for a job interview, and even generate a professional headshot from a few pictures on your phone. The AI-powered toolbox is already massive, and believe me, it is growing every single day.
But look, having the tools is one thing. Knowing how to get them to do what you want is something else entirely. To really unlock the power of AI, you have to learn how to talk to it. This all comes down to a skill called prompting. And it really is a skill. I mean, sure, anyone can type in a question, but getting a truly great result is an art form. The words you choose, the structure, the context you give it, it all matters.
So what's the recipe for a perfect prompt? Well, it often comes down to 3 simple steps. First, assign the AI a role. Tell it who to be. Second, give it context. What's the situation? And finally, state your task clearly. This simple structure can dramatically improve the quality of what you get back. Okay, so this technology is incredibly powerful. And that means we have to start asking some tough questions about the real-world consequences for our jobs, our society, and even our sense of what's true.
The big question on everyone's mind is jobs. And research from Harvard Business School suggests it's a 2-sided coin. For jobs with really routine, predictable tasks, yeah, AI can lead to automation. But for roles that demand creativity and judgment, AI acts more like a co-pilot, enhancing what we do and making us more productive.
In fact, that same study found that for most people, AI is more of a collaborator than a competitor. You can see that a huge chunk of job skills are actually complemented by AI. It helps people do their jobs better. Only a tiny fraction, just over 2%, were likely to be fully replaced.
But these tools come with serious risks. One of the biggest is something called hallucination, where an AI confidently presents information that is completely made up. In a real-life legal case, a lawyer submitted a brief citing fictional cases that an AI had just invented. It's a stark reminder that you always need a human in the loop.
Another huge challenge comes from the data itself. These models learn from the vast ocean of human content online, and because of that, they can absorb our biases. This means we have to be really careful to manage these systems so they don't produce unfair or skewed results.
So, we've seen the incredible potential, the practical tools, and the very real challenges. Where does all of this leave us? Ultimately,
Generative AI offers incredible power to boost our creativity and our productivity. But it is not magic. It's a tool, and like any powerful tool, it demands that we use it thoughtfully, thinking critically, verifying information, and never, ever handing over our own judgment.
You know, the story of this technology isn't just being written by engineers in a lab. It's being written by all of us, through every prompt we write and every problem we choose to solve. This new reality is here. The tools are in your hands. So the only question is, what will you create?